And Robin, back from kind of a big deal tarot, because I do it all. I do all things. Cleaning the energies of the cards that I just used. Had to put some lip gloss on. My lips were dry. Hope everybody's doing well. Before I begin reading, I just want to say hello, and I hope everybody's good with Mercury retrograde, because it is definitely retrograding. Ciao. And I do want to say, please remember, this reading will not be for everyone. Take what applies, but don't let it fly. Some messages might pertain to you, some might not. Okay? Take what does resonate and leave the rest. I will say he, she, they, it. We all have feminine and masculine in our beings. And the roles can always be reversed. With saying that, I want to give thanks to my ancestors, my higher self, and the universe for delivering these messages clear and concise as they may be. We're going to get any negative. Hi, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Where is my Nini? All right, let's see what's going on in your energy. As I split the deck, false alarm. It is an exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much to do about nothing. Oh, what is going on, Leo? Some of you guys might have been a rebound. Some of you guys might have been a rebound, or you're dealing with a rebound. Toxic love. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. Aquarius got that in their reading as the last card. We're going to see what's going on in your energy. As we're going to see what's the gossip. Okay? Some of you guys might be dealing with inner child healing, childhood wounds, reconnecting with joy, being playful. Again, a lot of us need to do that healing work, that shadow work. All right, we're saying that. Let's jump right into it. Let's get into this for Leo, Sun and Rising Venus. What is going on in Leo's energy spirit? What do you have for Leo? Hi, guys. Snowy. Okay, self-made. Some of you guys are independent success, okay? You are a self-made person. You don't rely on others, okay? You're overcoming the odds. You're creating your own path. And it was built from the mud. It was built from nothing. I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Okay? You're unbreakable, Leo. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, thank you, Jeanette. Trust the signs, Leo. You are unbreakable, okay? So you are self-made. Oh, here we go. Some of you guys are a hopeless romantic. Believing in fairy tales. Idolizing love. Consistently waiting. Forever dreaming. Okay? I didn't know Leos can be hopeless romantics. You are the 6-month polar opposite of Aquarius. So it is your guys' time too. A wake-up call. You might have got a wake-up call about idolizing love. Being a hopeless romantic. Whatever it is, you got a wake-up call. Some of you guys could be going through a spiritual awakening. Sudden clarity. Urgent awareness. Things that you can't ignore about a situation or a person anymore. It was like an alarm went off. Okay, Spirit, here you go. Don't start. Oh my God, you got a big break. Career turning point. Major opportunities. Life-changing moments. This is it. This is it, Leo. Hit the like button, guys. Come on now. It is free to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the tribe if you're new here. You are taking care of yourself. Might be tomorrow. Self-care Sunday. Prioritizing rest. Recharging emotionally. Pampering yourself. Having that me time, it does matter. It does matter. Self-love is the majority of the love that you need to give. You need to let some things go. Releasing grudges. You guys do hold grudges. You're another fixed sign. Emotional freedom. Forgiving yourself and others and freeing your heart. Let's get one more. That wanted to turn all the way around. So maybe there's some things you can't let go. Maybe you're working on that. We're all a work in progress, right? We're learning to let certain things go. Learning to love on ourselves. You're getting a big break. Ooh, a luxury life. Comfortable wealth. Indulgence. Enjoying rewards. Because you deserve it, Leo. All right, some of you guys might be triggered right now. Having an emotional reaction. Unresolved wounds. Facing past hurts. Why does this bother me is what you have to ask. Because it's something you got to heal within yourself. Anything that triggered us is something that we still have to work on healing. Hustle mode. Some of you guys are hustle, 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 hard, grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort. Sleep can wait. Sleep can wait. Sound like my son. All right. So again, we're going to get into this with the tarot cards. Ooh, child. As I'm saying that, my hand is itching. I love it. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. But self-made. You are a self-made person, Leo. Right? You focus on your hustle. You're getting to the bag. Okay? You're not giving up. Your big break could be coming in or could have came in. Remember, time is fluid in tarot. So it's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's on different timelines here. All right? With the Sun card, as I break the deck, that is you guys. You have an enlightenment. You have abundance here. You are having that luxury life. You also have a breakthrough and clarity about something or someone. You could be a hopeless romantic, always wanting to know when is it going to be your time for love? When is it going to be your time to shine? But until then, you're focused on your grind. You're focused on hustle. You're focused on building that legacy, right? You're focused on building that luxury life that you want for yourself. There go the Sun card no matter what. Keeps popping out. All right, let's get to it. What is self-made for Leo? What is self-made for Leo? The Star in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Oh, like I said, some of you guys need some healing. All right? So maybe there was something that you wanted. Maybe it was a job. Maybe you could have been betrayed at a job. Backstab. You could have been at a place where you basically hit rock bottom. Financially, physically, emotionally. So instead of pondering on it, again, maybe this was something that triggered you. Because you could have did this before. All right? This maybe was a cycle for you. Instead of focusing on what you couldn't change, you decided to change yourself. Focus on yourself. Work on yourself. Become that hustler. Become that boss. So again, no matter what, with the 10 here, it was an ending to that situation. You realized that you were not getting certain wishes granted from a certain job or a certain person. So you started to focus on your grind. You started to focus on being self-made. No one can break a boss, right? A boss can only break themselves. So you decided, again, to invest in yourself, to invest in what you really want. Maybe, again, you was putting a lot of effort into someone or something else, and it did not pan out to be everything that you thought it was going to be. So the only person you really can depend on and expect anything from is yourself. Give me one more here with the self-made. You could have opened up a business, opened up a store, started working on your craft. King of Cups. You could have water in your chart, or was dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But again, you had to remain emotionally balanced. No matter what you was triggered from, no matter what happened, you had to remain emotionally balanced. Yeah, you poured a lot of love into a certain situation, but you had to take your emotions out of it, right? Because you realize that you are a loyal, loving person. You had to stay calm. Calm, cool, and collective, okay? Because you could have been going through a situation that was very manipulative, right? You were dealing with someone that just wanted you to tolerate them. Okay, could have been dealing with the boss. Yeah, come on, guys. Hit the like button. Don't be like that. Oh, Lord. Some of you guys could have reconciled with someone. 3 of Cups here. Again, water sign energy. Hit the like button, please. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could have been a third-party interference. Okay, a reunion. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You're coming out of poverty, lack mindset, spiritual jail. Okay, there you go. You had to face some boundaries here. You had to face your fears. You had to overcome a lot of things. You realized it was mind over matter. What was occupying your mind, you know, was the thing that mattered. So you had to change your mindset. You had to get out of your comfort zone. You had to get away from people that was jealous, people that was envious, people that was playing mind games. Okay, some of you guys could have dealt with the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right, some of you guys are definitely going through a rebirth from a place where you had self-doubt, grief, heartbreak, betrayal. Could have been dealing with somebody that all they fed you were disillusions, sadness, okay, heartache. They could have told lies on their friends, had you in drama, had you in mess, things that was not for you. Okay. Something definitely was unfair here. And it could have been brought on from somebody that you really loved and cared about. A divine connection here. Family could also been involved. Let it go, or someone in your family. So now you're deciding to work and have self-care. Love on yourself, pour into yourself. Pulling all the cards here. Was dealing with people that acted foolish, okay, with your time and your energy. Please hit the like button, please. Okay, some of you guys realize you made a bad investment. You spent a lot of time into somebody that was very foolish, that wasted your time. Somebody that was very toxic, very selfish, very narcissistic, one-sided. So again, you're pulling your energy back. Could have been dealing with a Capricorn. Right? You're moving on. Could have issue dealing with a car, moving. You could have moved or you're about to move. The world, you're closing out cycles. You're having a spiritual graduation. Some of you guys could have found out something on the World Wide Web, the internet. You could be on the internet. You could be advertising, I hear. Advertising your product, your new store, whatever you're working on, your business on the World Wide Web. Okay? So again, I have here, Leo, there was a situation where you definitely felt betrayed. It could have been from a friend group, an old lover, somebody that you really had hopes and dreams of being with, but you realized this person was playing mind games with you as well. You had to have the strength to overcome this. You had to have the strength to face your fears with this person. You could have really felt like, how do I say this? You felt sorry for this person. Okay, you felt sorry for this person. But time and time again, this person put you in a predicament where they were taking more from you than what they were giving out. Basically breadcrumbing you, right? So again, you realize, or you had to realize that this was a situation that it was not going to go anywhere. So instead of investing in it, you pulled your energy back. You started to work on yourself. Time and time again, it was a cycle of being betrayed by this person. Being betrayed, hitting rock bottom, trying to work yourself out of it. So you decide to work on yourself, work on your own business, your own money, your own mindset. Maybe you realized that you was a hopeless romantic. Maybe you realized you were daydreaming about a love cycle or a love that was not going to definitely be with this person. So instead of focusing on that, you started to focus on how you can be a better you to attract what you really want in life. Hit the like button, guys. All right? And as you started to do that, you started to change your mindset here with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You started to come out of that mental jail, that lack mindset. And maybe some of you guys are realizing you are attracting what you want. You had a wake-up call about somebody or a certain situation. And during that wake-up call, again, you started to face your fears, come out of your comfort zone. And with doing that, you're starting to see success. Okay? You're starting to see the changes that were needed in your life. Maybe you're like, I should have did this about 10 years ago. It doesn't matter. You finally woke up and you're doing it now. That's all that matters. Okay? That's where your big break is coming through. Some of you guys might work too much. Okay? Because you're trying to get to this luxury life. You want to be able to calm down, sit down, go on vacation without worrying about, is the bills paid? Can it be paid? This, that. Can I rely on somebody else? You're realizing you cannot rely on anybody. Only person you can rely on is yourself. You will be the only person that will ever disappoint yourself, right? And your higher self, right? So again, you're realizing that depending on other people put you in the place of lack, in the place of being betrayed, being backside, hurt. You cannot expect anything from anybody but yourself. You know that you will never let yourself down. Long as you stay in that hustle mode, that grind mode, you know what you want out of your life. You know you want a soft life, whether you're masculine or feminine. So you're going to stay in this hustle mode. Okay? Working from home, taking phone calls on off days, doing whatever you got to do, advertising on the World Wide Web. That's where your big break is coming through, all right? Because like I said, judgment is here. You're having a rebirth. You're having an inner calling. You're action-oriented. You're speaking life into your life. You're making things happen by taking action. You're not being lazy. So again, the universe, spirit is seeing all that. And they are rewarding you. You're coming from a time of lack. Did you get the Five of Wands? A lot of us are seeing 555, but this is 55 here. Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles in reverse. You had a lot of self-doubt in the beginning, but with this big breakthrough that is coming in, it's like pumping you up. You're getting your mojo back, right? You're realizing why everything happened, or you will be, okay? There was some type of unfairness. It could have been in a relationship. It broke your heart. It broke you down. It put you through a struggle. And for some of you guys, you're like, I'm not going through that anymore in my life. So again, there was some unfairness. Now you see, or you will be seeing, somebody is definitely getting their karma. As you are building on yourself, you're building on your projects, you're building on your life, you're building on your legacy, you're seeing someone get exactly what they wanted for you. All right? But again, we do not harbor on things. We have to let it go. We don't have resentment. We have to let it go. Because when you let it go, you let the divine do its work and let it flow. Page of Wands in reverse, you at a place where you're no longer being optimistic about this person. Because all they do is bring you bad news. All they do is bring you strife in your life. You were trying to be optimistic with this person. Some of you guys were holding on to this situation. Holding on to this person. But you realized they were a bad investment. You wasted time and money. But the most thing we don't ever get back is time. We can get money back. We don't get our time invested in nobody back. So a lot of you guys are like, I wasted time, my energy with you. Okay? So now you are realizing, you know what, I gotta let it go. Because this person triggers me to the utmost. And every time they trigger me, they remind me of where I used to be, where I don't want to go no more, where I was at rock bottom, where it was a painful ending. But it led me to a new beginning. It led me to being self-made. It led me to seeing all the potential in me that I had. Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team is here. So again, you're the kind of type, Leo, that want to bring the whole team. But maybe you realize there's certain people part of the team that have to be let go. They have to be cut off. Everybody can't go where you're going. But it might have taken a while for you to get that right. Because as you're trying to bring them on, they're slowing you down. They're sabotaging you. They're stabbing you in the back. They're making bad comments on your advertisement on the World Wide Web. Okay? So you decide that you were not going to put up with anything that was toxic. You were not going to follow for temptation. You were going to beat the devil at its own game. Could have been dealing with a Capricorn, a Libra, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You're all here. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So you realize this was something you were not going to fight for anymore. You basically were giving up, throwing in the towel, waving the white flag, giving up because you had a luxury life to focus on. You got this Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, that big break, your abundance. You got clarity about who somebody is, what they about. And they were not about you, obviously. They were about stabbing you in the back, holding you back. Let's see. Yep, so you're focused on, stability, a good life. I'm hearing Kanye West, a good life. You're setting up boundaries, okay? You were dealing with a place where you didn't have boundaries. You weren't setting up boundaries. Here we go, Spirit. Where's that card? Friend zone. You could have had somebody that friend zoned you. Right? They put you in a platonic trap. Unreciprocated feelings. Stuck as friends. Treated you like you were their sibling. Alright? But again, you had to put some boundaries up to this person. Saying no firmly. No is a complete sentence. No. You don't have to say why. You just say no. I'm not doing it. Protecting your peace. Setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. So again, you had somebody that was, playing games with you. This could have been somebody that you definitely thought you were in a romantic connection with. Again, inner child. They triggered you. They triggered something that might have happened in your childhood. Maybe abandonment issues. But you see clearly now, you have a breakthrough. You woke up. And trust me, this person is getting karma as soon as you let them go. As soon as you stop holding on to what was, what it could have been, what it should have been. Once you let that go, you start to see this person that treated you unfairly, unkindly, lawlessly, they will get their karma. It's here. But you have to take self-care. You have to pour all that love that you pour into this fool into yourself. It's okay. The divine God sees everything. All right? So again, this triggered you. It also might have triggered you into healing. Doing some shadow work. Focusing on yourself. Somebody was wearing a mask. Hidden emotions. Concealing true self. Afraid to show reality. No one sees the real them, okay? They're constantly put on different masks for friends, family. This person was a jokester. But as you're getting new opportunities, I think you already see it, Leo. You already see what this person and what this situation is going to bring you, especially when you let it go. Let's get some clarity real quick. Ten of Swords again. This person was jealous of you. They wanted you to be actionless. They did not like how you step up as a leader. Because this person couldn't lead and take action in their own life, they projected that onto you. Now this person want to come back, or they continue to come back with a low ball love offer with the Knight of Cups. Very charming, very giddy, very flashy, but as fast as they came in, as fast as they went out. All right? You realize this person's love was unstable, but at one time you loved it because you was a hopeless romantic. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you realize, oh yeah, that you need some healing. You thought this person was your wish. You thought they was everything that you desired. But then you started to work on yourself, pour into your own reservoir, right? Pour into your own self. That's where you're getting all your breakthroughs. And again, cut this cycle out. End that cycle so you can feel free again. With the World card, you really didn't need no closure. Because when you started to heal, you started to realize, again, some people are going to stay right where we met them at. But if we're evolving, we can't take everybody with us. Said the same thing in Aquarius reading. Some of you guys could have been dealing with an Aquarius or have Aquarius in your chart. But you realize there's certain cycles that you have to complete. You have to cancel out for you to grow and to be abundant. You learned a very valuable lesson here. Some of you guys might have been very in a committed relationship, could have been married. Again, this person was nothing but drama, nothing but chaos. And they wanted you to stay in that energy. That triggered you. Maybe you grew up with a whole bunch of chaos. Maybe you was married to somebody like that. So you definitely don't want to be in a connection with somebody that all they dealing with is gossip, envy, drama, getting you in situations with the law, getting you in toxic situations because this person was very envious and jealous, projecting that onto you as well. They could have told lies about you, Leo. Yeah, Nine of Swords. It was a time where you definitely was in your head about a certain situation, having nightmares, anxiety, even fear about it. But you realized this was something you had to heal. It triggered you into healing. It triggered you into doing the work, taking care of yourself, loving on yourself. And I like that for you guys, okay? You could have been dealing with another Leo. It triggered you into letting something go. Somebody was friend zoning you, investing in yourself as much as you invested in this connection. Again, started looking at the things that you invested in. Again, time waited for your harvest here. Seven of Pentacles. Realize money don't grow on trees, but it really is. It is a tree. All right? They could have got you into a legal situation. Some of you guys are deciding to move with the 10 here, the Wheel of Fortune. No longer being breadcrumbed. No longer being taken advantage of. No longer dealing with one-sided connections. So you're cutting this situation out. You're letting go so you can live a more softer, abundant life. It's here for you. It is your time as well. Judgment is being called on this person. Some of you guys could have just stood up for yourself, spoke facts, taken your emotions out of it, and got on with your life. But that's what you're going to do. All right? Let's get some messages from your higher self here. So you realize somebody ain't about nothing but mind games, jealousy. They were jealous of how you move, how things are coming in to fruition for you, especially when you walked away from them. So some of them see that they're the problem. They see that they're the problem. You are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing. Like the lotus flower, right? Grows in the dark and the muddiest conditions, but still blossoms to be a beautiful, abundant flower. Be patient. Trust the wait. Everything is coming together. You are creating a you. You are creating a you that you will be proud of. So you're creating a new version of yourself. The version that no longer resonates with these karmic people. Okay? You're out the box. You're like a Rubik's Cube. There's different angles to you. You got to get it all right to get the puzzle together, to figure out who you're becoming. Challenge yourself to be stronger than your challenges. All right? You can weather through any storm, Leo. The sacrifices you make today will all be worth it. So you're getting out of the clouds. Your head is coming out of the clouds. You're no longer sacrificing for people, basically, that are not worth it. And realizing that you got to do the most sacrifice for yourself. And that is yourself. No longer giving up time, energy, well, it is unwarranted. Well, it is unappreciated. Taking your own advice, being your own leader in your life is making you get to the bag. It is making you at the doorstep of abundance and a more luxury, soft life. Some of you guys could be going on vacation, planning a vacation, but the Ace of Pentacles is up right here for you. You're going, again, from a place where you was broke or had a lack mindset to a place of abundance. Because when you change your mind, you change your life. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Please remember, be you, love you. It is the highest version of love. And please subscribe to the tribe if you're new here, guys. The guys that came back, thank you. Bye now.